Guys, good Friday to you all. The Easter holidays have already begun, and I'm here with updates concerning Thomas Partey's contract extension and also what Mikel Arteta, the coach of Arsenal, said about his contract. And I'm going to tell you everything live here. We're also going to talk about Manchester United and also the warning they're sending towards Atletico Club and also Inaki Williams. Manchester United are interested in signing a Ghanaian defender. Now, this Ghanaian defender has earned call-ups to the national team on a couple of occasions. I'm going to tell you who this player is and also why Manchester United are interested in signing the player. And also talk about Asamoah and the baby jets amongst many others. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notifications. My name is Adam. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it and begin with Thomas Partey. At the beginning of the season, one player Arsenal fans did not want to see in the club was Thomas Partey. But look at him. Now he's the cornerstone of the club. He's the reason why they are where they are in the UCL. They are in the semi-finals and are going to play against PSG. If you want to talk about the best DMs in the world, top 3, Thomas Partey would be in there. But Thomas Partey, upon all he has done this season, his fitness, his performance, he's going to be a free agent by 30th June 2025. So Arsenal fans have been drumming this. They have been saying this on social media. Why is Arsenal not doing anything about Thomas Partey's contract extension? Now, Mikel Arteta has said some few things concerning that, and I want to read that very, very quickly. Now, he says that we are making progress with all our players. I'll leave that to Andre Beta to decide and also discuss. The intention is to keep him, referring to Thomas Partey. Our intention is very clear, and I'll leave that to Andre and the club to take the necessary steps forward. This is good for Thomas Partey. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this is very good very, very quickly. Now, one, before a player gets a contract extension in a club, that means that the coach has given the green light to continue working with the player. So if the coach says that our intention is to keep him, that means Thomas Partey is good. The coach from his side, Thomas Partey can continue. Now, Andre Beta is Arsenal's sporting director, and he has already worked with Thomas Partey at Atletico de Madrid, which is very good for Thomas Partey. So this is a player who, one, has the coach's approval, two, is going to negotiate with someone he has already worked with. So Thomas Partey, contract extension at Arsenal, I believe is going to come in the coming days. But then this is good news for Thomas Partey. The coach wants to still see him at Arsenal. I'm very happy for the player. But then if Arsenal are not able to sign Thomas Partey, it would be a shame, because as a free agent, the clubs interested in signing the player is Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico de Madrid, even clubs from Saudi Arabia. So Thomas Partey has options as at this moment. So, guys, this is a situation with Thomas Partey. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Manchester United. Yesterday, they beat Lyon by 5-4, and they have qualified to the next round of the Europa League, where they are going to face Atletico Club. Now, the warning they are sending to Inaki Williams and his teammates is that no one does come back in the Europa League than them. No one does come back in the world than Manchester United. If we go on social media, Manchester United fans are saying that they did the remontada, something Real Madrid wanted to do against Arsenal. They were not able to do it. So the warning now to Inaki Williams and his teammates is that they need to watch their backs, because this particular Europa League, from what Manchester United have been through, how their season have gone so far, they are winning it. And this is a clear warning to Inaki Williams. See, I'm a Ghanaian. Definitely, I want to see Inaki Williams progress in this particular competition. I'm also a Manchester United fan, so I'm torn between who to support. But you watching, definitely you support another club. Do you want to see Inaki Williams and Atletico Club progress further in this particular competition, or Manchester United are going to do their thing? Who do you think is going to win between Manchester United and also Atletico Club? Because when you go on social media, we will get more fool. Nobody get more past with Manchester United fans. And we see what we are saying on social media. It's like we are giving Athletic Club pressure that, hey, before you come, you will secret the dance and over. But then, guys, this is the situation at hand. Inaki Williams, Athletic Club are going to face Manchester United in the semi-finals of the Europa League. And already, United fans are already sending warning to Athletic Club. The only thing we ask for Manchester United players is that no one should go and say Athletic Club is not a good club, like what Onana did. Lyon nearly broke our hearts. I'm not going to lie to you. Lyon were motivated just because of what Onana said. So Onana, we beg you, don't say anything again. The players shouldn't also say anything. At this point, I believe Amorim is doing the right things. Now, let's talk about Manchester United and also their summer transfer targets. Now, Manchester United has made a list of players they want to sign in the summer. Now, one of the players they want to sign is a Ghanaian, and he plays for Basel. Now, the name of this player is called Jonas Ejete. He's 21 years of age, and this player, amorim loves him. Now, he's less expensive, but can still get the job done. If you take a look at Manchester United and where we have our problems, you know that our defensive department is porous. And Amorim currently, with his budgets that he's having, he needs to sign players, but not too expensive players. So he has identified Jonas Ejete, who plays for Basel, as a possible replacement for players such as Lindelof and also Johnny Evans. Now, Jonas Ejete has earned call-ups to the Black Stars on a couple of occasions. It's just rather unfortunate that he has not gotten a lot of game minutes with the national team. But the good news is that he has been playing a lot of games for Basel. Now, this season, he has played 30 games and also has 2,500 minutes, which is excellent for the player. Now, let me give you a brief background on who this player is. This player played in Ghana here in the Ghana Premier League with Bekum Chelsea before leaving to Basel in 2022. With Basel, he rose through the ranks and now he's a very pivotal and important player for Basel. That is why he's catching the attention of Manchester United. Now, this player is not only catching the attention of Manchester United, but then other European clubs. And as I'm speaking to you now, RC Lens have already made a bid for the player, 6 million euros, and he has been rejected. So if Manchester United wants this player, they need to bid within the amounts of 10 to 12 or 50 million euros for this player. His name is called Jonas Ejete, and I believe the reason why Manchester United are going in for him is because he's less expensive and he's also good for Manchester United's short-term and long-term project. So guys, this is what, this is what Manchester United sees in Jonas Ejete and why they want to sign the player. And lastly, let's talk about Asamoah the Baby Jet. And now he was in an interview with TV3 and talked about Thomas Partey and says that Thomas Partey has been doing well this season for club and also for country. Now, Thomas Partey during the international break, you all saw it. He was superb. Thomas Partey himself was scoring goals. This is the same Thomas Partey when it comes to the national team. It's as if he does not want to get hurt. He's playing, how's it called, that be football. But then all of a sudden, Thomas Partey during the international break is playing so well. He returns back to Arsenal and he's scoring goals, being so well to the extent that, as I said, Arsenal fans are asking Arsenal to give him a contract extension, and Asamoah has spoken about him. So guys, you have heard from Asamoah the Baby Jet and what he had to say about Thomas Partey and many more. I mean, he said a lot of things. He said it on Joy, he said it on TV3. So guys, let me know your thoughts about what Asamoah the Baby Jet had to say. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Terry Yegbe. Terry Yegbe is one player that is getting a lot of hype in the transfer markets because clubs like Brighton and Hove Albion, Crystal Palace, Fulham are all interested in the player. But as I'm speaking to you now, Brighton and Hove Albion are out of the race in signing the player. They were interested, but they are out of the race because of the monies being asked by Elfsborg. Now, the club preparing a bid for Terry Yegbe is Fulham. Now, Fulham are preparing a bid because they want the player to replace Calvin Bassey. They want him to replace Calvin Bassey. So, guys, this is the situation at hand. Fulham are preparing a bid for Terry Yegbe. Also, Crystal Palace are monitoring the situation. If Fulham's bid is rejected, I believe Crystal Palace would also make a move. But then, guys, this is the update I have for you concerning Thomas Partey, concerning Manchester United, Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams, you all know him this season. See, he's a very dangerous player for Athletic Club. He could make anything possible for Athletic Club. But then, as Manchester United, we know the fear. We know the fear. Anything fear happen. Anything we are within inside. It's a win-win for us. As Ghanaian, if Inaki Williams win, I'm happy for the player. If Manchester United wins, I'm also happy. So guys, this is where I'm going to end it. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Charlie, we were right.